Are you interested in the Arctic now? You finished watching a documentary about Arctic explorations last week. Now you even bought a magazine. If I read between the lines, we agreed to go on a trip to the Arctic together, but I never set aside time for it. Is that what you were trying to say? I can't go back on my word now, or else you'll see me as unreliable. Here's my schedule. I'll let you decide when we'll go on a trip. My division doesn't have much to do as of late. As long as it's scheduled in advance, I'll be able to make time for it. "7 days. All right, 7 days it is then. The hospital won't collapse if I'm away for that long. Our actual travel plan, plane tickets and hotel reservations can be done later. It's late. You should go to bed." You don't want to? Okay. I'll carry you to bed. If you're afraid of falling, then shouldn't you behave? For example, you could put your arms around my neck. You did well. Good girl. There are crystals in the storm glass. Yes, it's actually snowing. Only a child would get out of bed and walk barefoot to the window to see the snow. It's too dark outside. Can you even see anything? All right. It's time to go back to sleep. Tomorrow's weather will be above 32 degrees Fahrenheit. The snow won't last long. Don't feel sad. When we go to the Arctic, you'll be surrounded by snow. And if it's not too cold for you, you'll have all the fun you could ever ask for. Are you still thinking about the snow outside? You're just like a child. Look behind you. It's a little snow seal by your bed. And now there's snow on your nightstand. It's just like the snow outside. But since you'll be on a mission tomorrow, playing in the snow is a luxury only this seal can afford. You look very happy. Do you really like snow that much? Is liking me connected to how you like snow? I understand. Winter is my favorite season. Perhaps it has something to do with my evil. But winter is also the only season where plants often die, and the earth becomes quiet. As that documentary said, many lives are extinguished in the bitter cold. Very few live through the winter. Am I wrong? What else did that documentary say? Those who live in the Arctic are given gifts from the Arctic. You're willing to live the rest of your life in a land of ice and snow. With me. That place would only become colder with me around. Would it not? You're right. It wouldn't. We'll just have to hug each other to stay warm. What gifts have you received this winter? The season is almost over. This will probably be the last time it snows. I remember. You took a selfie with a small pine tree. You said you'd be a witness to its growth. You also stood in line outside the store for 3 hours, just to try the best hot pot. I recall you saying, waiting is the greatest respect one can give to food. On the last day of winter, snow and ice will melt. They'll become the water that breathes new life into the meadows and wildflowers on Lincoln's outskirts. Haven't you been waiting a long time for that? It's already late. We should go to bed. You can't sleep because of what I said. But I have a feeling that you're just trying to delay another week of work as the weekend draws to a close. Fortunately, I'm here tonight. Even if your 5 alarms aren't able to wake you, I'll be able to get you out of bed. Okay, it's time to sleep. You were saying you can't sleep when I talk. Now you're saying you can't sleep when I don't. I doubt there's an option other than talking or remaining silent. You're making things difficult for me again. I'm not singing you a lullaby. What about the sound of ice melting? What does that sound like to you? Is this it? Even the glaciers can't stop themselves from melting with the advent of spring. Them slightly melting is their way of welcoming spring.